So I'm excited to be here. I'm the Managing Director of M2M and IoT for the TELE2 group. So, of course, I'm about to tell you how great we are. But more importantly, what we will talk about today is actually how you do it. What we see our customers and partners doing day in and day out that makes them successful. Does this work? There you go. Thank you. Of course, a little bit of information of TELE2. We're a mobile operator. We exist in 9 markets, and we cater to several million customers on a daily basis. More importantly, though, this is the TELE2 house, we call it. This is the strategy for the entire TELE2 group. And of course, you see that M2M and IoT is one of the 4 cornerstones of the future for TELE2. And of course, we are extremely excited that our top management have understood how important M2M and IoT is going to be for the operators, not only today, but also in the future. You've heard today a lot of the speakers talking about the world going digital. And of course, this is happening. The question is why it's happening and how it's happening. What we will see in the future, if that is 10, 20, 40, or 50 years, remains to be seen. But what we do see is that everything physical will have a digital twin. You will be able to monitor, understand, and control anything that you see. The chairs that you're sitting on, the tables that you are leaning on, the floor that you're walking on, and potentially even the air that you're breathing. Right? So this is about understanding the concept of where the world is going. I love this slide personally. Because, you know, in the good old days, it was the big fish eating the small fish. Obviously, that's no longer the case. It is about the fast fish eating the slow fish. And here and behold, big companies are normally very slow. Yeah. You got it. Right? So we see a lot of new companies, and you've heard them all here today, changing industries from its core. If you would have spoken to any large taxi company in the world about Uber just 5 or 10 years ago, they never, in their wildest dreams, could have understood that technology would completely change their industry. The same if you go and speak to the music companies, as well as the hotel chains. Technology changes everything that we do, in some verticals much faster than in others. And of course, if you don't adapt technology, this is what will happen. You will all remember Kodak. Kodak is no longer with us because what didn't they do? They didn't adapt the digital camera. So this is about understanding that technology is not to be resisted. Technology is to be embraced. Technology is there for us to take our companies and our lives into the future. And of course, I am super happy that finally this has taken off. I've been in M2M and IoT for 15 years. It's a pretty long time, actually. And I founded a company called Wireless many, many moons ago. And when we started talking to our customers about connecting their machines. You know, the sales cycles weren't as they are today, 6, maybe 9 months. They were 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years even. Because it was a difficult complex. Today there is a harmonization. Harmonization between technology, go-to-market strategies, players in the actual ecosystem. It has cemented itself. It is not difficult to deploy these type of solutions into the market to take your companies into the digital era. So you've heard this today. Thank you. You've heard today people talk about the values of M2M and IoT. And these are not technology values. These are strategic values. These are the values that our customers and partners are seeing when they implement M2M and IoT solutions into their organizations. I'm not going to bore you because you've heard about the complete new business models from moving away from products into services. You've heard about the positive environmental impact, the fact that you can become efficient, and all of that fantastic stuff. But to be able to do that, you have to get started. And so what I'm going to talk about a little bit now is how you actually get going, because I think that's the most important part. So, first of all, implementing M2M and IoT is not a technology discussion. It is a strategy discussion. It is about understanding where you want to take your company into the future. Anything you can imagine, you can do with technology. So the focus has to be on your imagination. What is it that I want to achieve with my company or with my life into the future? So normally we talk about the onion approach. And when we speak to our customers and partners, very often they start with a large circle here. Product systems and solutions. You know, we're running this ERP platform and we have these software and solutions and these are the devices that we have in the field. That is completely the wrong starting point. The starting point must be at the core. The core is your strategic intent, the direction that you want to take your company into the future. How do I want to interact with my customers? Who do I want to have the ownership of my customers? Is it through a reseller channel or will I have it directly myself? What is it that I want to give my customers? Is it a quality of service or is it a product? What is it that I want to achieve? Where do I want my margin to come from? Which markets do I want to be in? Now we're going into the business impact part. If I do change my products, what does that mean for me? What kind of resources do I require in my organization? Is it the same type of R&D people that I need? Maybe I need data analysts now. Am I going to stay in a linear business model, or am I going to move away into a circular business model? What will the impact be of that? So you need to start first with a strategic discussion, and then understand the impact, and last, not least, you need to focus on the technology. Okay, what technology do I need to be able to deploy my strategy? What technology do I have in-house? What can I reuse? What do I need to exchange? So, if there is one message that I want to give the few customers that are here with you, who is actually a customer, an end user of these type of solutions? Please raise your hands. We have one there, brave man. Only one? Do we have one customer in here? Customer, should I define customer? Yes? Okay. A customer to me is someone that actually uses the M2M and IoT technologies to enhance their products that are already in the market, or that will go out into the market. Now, please raise your hands. How many are you that does that? One, we heard Shell. I guess Shell is still here, maybe. Two, we have two customers in here. My God. Three. There's a few over there. Okay, Hassan, next time you have to bring more customers to these sessions. But nevertheless, if there's one thing I want you to take with you from these sessions, and particularly from my session here today, is that you have to start with strategy. Don't start with the technology, because it's the wrong end of the stick. Now, our customers that have been successful, they think big, but they start small. And then they scale fast. Okay? Because you can think all day long and create strategic PowerPoints all day long and create P&Ls and budgets on how much money you will be making and where the margin will be, but you know what? Whatever you think the world will look like tomorrow, it's definitely not going to look like it. So you have to get started. So what we recommend to our customers and partners, and what we implement, we have a very clear methodology, is something we call crawl, walk, run. Crawl, walk, run is the essence of being able to start. The concept of crawl, walk, run is about two specific things. You need to be able, because I do not believe that there isn't a single player in the world disregarding, unfortunately, Stefan, are you here from AT&T? No? Well, you heard about some players talking about delivering an end-to-end solution. There isn't a single company in the world, shall I say it again? Not a single company in the world that can deliver an end-to-end solution. You need to do it together with partners. So the first thing that you need to understand is who is it that I want to partner up with? The second thing that you want to do is to give you the ability to be flexible. Be flexible of where you're going into the future, because you never know what the future looks like. So you need to create flexibility, not only from a technology perspective, but also from a commercial perspective. Don't lock yourself up with a lot of commitments. In my case, huge number of SIMs, or in Oracle's or Cisco's case maybe, or in IBM, licenses. You need to understand that you need to work with partners, not suppliers. Partners that understand that you don't actually know where you're going, but you want to start going. So you need commercial flexibility to be able to start moving. Here we go. And so here is another very important thing. Build to learn, not to last. Because whatever it is that you're building today, tomorrow you are going to want to change it. So the very important message here is, again, when you start moving, start deploying your proof of concept, actually, you should regard that solution as your operational solution. Because it will always be a proof of concept. Because you are constantly going to change it and tweak it, because you don't know how the future looks. And you are going to have to be flexible in the way that you go to market, the way that you offer your solutions into your customer base. So, to put those couple of things together, basically, one, be sure of one thing. You don't know how the future looks, so your vision is going to change. Make sure that you have flexible technology solutions and flexible commercial models that are built on partnerships, not vendors selling expensive things into you. You want partnerships. Partnership is a win-win situation, where you, the customer, or you, the partner, are deploying solutions into the market and making money. That's when your partners should be making money. Okay? Very important. I'm not going to bore you with our stack of solutions, but of course, we offer a lot of technology and a lot of connectivity solutions. More importantly, we do it together with a whole host of partners. And we have spent many years selecting these partners. These partners are the ones that makes Tele2 different. It is the relationship that we have with those partners that makes us successful. We have a very clear position in the ecosystem. We are a horizontal provider of connectivity and connectivity close solutions. There was one speaker earlier that said that there is absolutely no margin in offering connectivity and connectivity close solutions. My P&L says differently, right? So there is absolutely big money to be made there. A telecom operator is not a system integrator. A telecom operator is not a vertical specialist. These guys are, though. When you go into a vertical, as an operator, what happens? You start competing with very, very large players, IBM and Google and Microsoft, but also with thousands and thousands of startups that are focusing solely on that specific vertical. To be able to be successful in that given vertical, you have to continuously change. You have to be very innovative. And I have to say that's not the operator's forte. So I absolutely believe that the Tele2 position, the horizontal position, picking the best of breed partners to create end-to-end solutions together with those partners is absolutely the right model, not only for us as a telco, but for our customers. Because our customers are every single one different, meaning that they want different solutions, different technologies, different commercial models, meaning that if I have a static solution that only works in small, medium, large, I'm not going to be able to sell that to all the customers because they're going to want different things. So you need to have the flexibility to pick and choose between partners that fits that specific customer's requirements and need, both from technical perspectives as well as commercial models. Is my point clear? Good. So, to wrap it up, we think this is pretty funny. You did too, that's good. 3 things that I want you to take with you. The first thing is, this is not a technology discussion. This is a strategy discussion. You have to focus on the strategy first to know where to go into the future. Proof of concept. Build to learn, not to last. Whatever you build today, you are going to want to change tomorrow. So build to learn, not to last. And probably the most important one, the only way that you will be able to deploy these solutions is through partnerships. Thank you very much.